1, 2. You hear the clock ticking. Tick tock. You about to stop living. Tick tock. I want you to remember me. Tick tock. But the dead don't have no memory. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can hold me. Nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing. I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming.
Hey folks, Evil DM here, back with another car video. How you doing out there, folks? I know it's been a little while since we did a video, but I've been playing the Warlock on Fire Mountain, or on top of Fire Mountain, whatever it's called. If I keep forgetting the name and screwing it up, I apologize. Yeah, here doing a video. It kind of just struck me today because I was talking to a buddy here at work. We were talking about different D&D games and editions and things like that. And we were mostly talking about house rules and why we use house rules and why we don't use house rules. I think house rules personally is a good way to customize the game and keep it kind of fresh, keep it original. It does stray away from the original rules itself, but I do think that house rules helps keep a game pretty much fun. It does add another aspect to the game, like for example in first edition when you hit 0 you're dead, but with house rules, you can make it go to -10. I mean, maybe -5. I've done both of those things. Also, you could just say someone is unconscious when they're 0, Maybe if there is one of those save versus death situations, you give somebody the best of both roles, or you give them 2 roles as opposed, because you don't particularly want people dying right off the bat, and it's not fun when you die, So do you use house rules in your game? I mean, do you think it really breaks the game? I really don't think it breaks the game, so to speak. And if you're playing in your own home with your friends, and as long as you lay it out for everybody in the beginning of the night and tell them, here are the house rules we're going to be doing. Like with my game, I have when you roll a 20, you could roll again with what I call a gamble roll. And if you get a 19, you get a 2 times 5 modifier as opposed to just double damage. And you can gamble again, and then it drops down to 18. And then if you get the 18, 19, or 20, you'll get 3 times the damage. Now, on the flip side of this, after you roll that first 20 and you do gamble, if you roll a 1 or a 2, you also just cancel out the entire thing. I remember in one of my games, I had a player who gambled 4 times. He got a 20, he got a 19, then he got a 20, and then he gambled and rolled a 1, which canceled the entire thing out, including his hit. But that's how the gamble goes. That's a house rule. Will that work in everybody's game? No. Does everybody like that? Absolutely not. I've seen people just like, what are you talking about? That's dumb. So it really matters on your players and how much fun they have and how much laid back they are when it comes to rules and rulings, which is important for most of the OSR games, or I should say all the OSR games, is the style of being laid back, allowing rulings and not letting the rule books themselves get in the way of playing your game. But I think that's really the most important part of this video, and playing any game, to be honest, is just being laid back and having fun with the game. That's how I play most of my games. I don't like to argue at all. And when it comes to house rules, I always lay them out for everybody, regardless of what the house rules are, so everybody is on the same page. Some people I've seen play games where they are all together for 30 years or 20 years, and they know what the house rules are because they know the DM who's constantly DMing. And when a new person comes into the group, they kind of like, oh yeah, that's right. This is this is what he does. Oh yeah, that's right. So you should really have your house rules down, written somewhere, regardless of how many times you're going to reference it or not. And every time you start a new game, you should say, okay, standard house rules apply. Here's the paper. Refresh everybody's memory. Of course, if they know it because they've been playing with you for so long, they should know it. But it's always good to have these things just in case you get that new player in the group and they're like, what? So it's also fun to share house rules online because people will look at them and be like, hey, that's a great idea. I don't know why I'm not doing that, or that's a dumb idea because of Well, I probably shouldn't say that. You really shouldn't call somebody's idea dumb. I do apologize for that. But I have seen that with some of the ideas I have expressed on this channel where somebody has said it's absolutely dumb. So I guess it really depends on the person, which doesn't really offend me. I don't really care if somebody thinks something is dumb that I'm doing. I do it for my own fun and entertainment. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. What do I care? But anyway, tell me what you do. Do you like house rules in your game? Do you think they're fun? Do you think it breaks the game? I don't think it does at all, but I don't know. Keep it original, keep it old school, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share the videos. Good night, everybody.